In the last video, we made an API call to our Express server and populated our books list with data from our Mongo database. We talked about how it is all connected. In this video, we're going to create the rest of the functionality, which includes deleting books and adding books to that list. In order to add books to the list, our application needs to know what the values in the form are. So like we've done with other forms, we're going to set the form's value equal to the state, and we're going to be updating state on input change. Next, we need to create a method for form submission that is run when the submit button is clicked. In this method, we're going to make use of another method in the API.js file. However, before we do that, we should make sure that the form has a title and an author. We can do this by adding an if statement that checks the state to make sure that the title and author are not empty. Once we've validated the form, we can make use of the SaveBook method within API.js. Once we've run the API, we need to make sure to update the state so that the component is reloaded. Now that we've verified that we are able to add books, let's see if we can remove books from this list as well. In the API.js, we can see that we've already got a method to handle the book deletion from the Mongo database. We just have to connect this method to our React application. The important part here is remembering to link up the book ID with the proper button. The way we can make sure that the button is lined up exactly the way we need it, we're going to take a look at how the list is populated. Each list item is created when we use the map method on the books array. Lucky for us, each book in the array has the ID property. We can utilize this when we create the delete button. When the button is clicked, we're going to run the delete book method and pass the book ID as a parameter. Now, when the list is created, each delete button will pass a unique book's ID. The delete book method will receive the ID as a parameter and will pass that variable when we call the delete book method from API. Once the book is deleted, we're going to load the books again to update the current state of books. When the state is updated, React will render the component again. Let's take a look and see if it worked. Alright, we've completed this MERN application. Let's make a quick run through of the application's use of MERN. When the React component books is mounted, the load books method is triggered, which makes an API call to the Express server on 3001 that is being used as a proxy. The Express server checks the request and matches the route, which tells the server to use the books controller method. The method tells the server to find all books in DB. DB, which is imported from the models directory, is our way of connecting to the Mongo database. This can take a little bit to fully grasp, so don't worry if you don't get it right away. We are starting to make use of multiple technologies concurrently to make the application work. In the next video, we're going to push this application to Heroku and get it live.